So RSA algorithm. So we okay, RSA algorithm. So we are going to be having few steps. We are going to be having. So first one step is going to be you need to select two prime numbers. So these prime numbers should be very large. Okay. Okay, should be very large. So very large prime numbers you need to select. Okay, and you should also make sure that whatever this p value is going to be there, q value both should not be equal to each other. Okay, so no equality. So both values should be different values. Okay, so next what you are going to be doing, you are going to be calculating the n value. Okay, so this one value is going to be got from your p into q. Okay, so if p is equal to 3, so then q is equal to 11. So what is the n value you are going to be getting? 33 you are going to be getting. Okay, so step number 3. So till here it is clear. So those are the simple steps. First step, you are going to be pick upping any two prime numbers, you are going to be pick upping which are very large, and you are going to be seeing that P is not equal to Q. So generally for solving it, a very large prime numbers, it is going to become very difficult. So we are going to be taking simple prime numbers only. So but generally we need to take very large prime numbers. Okay. So please remember that point. Okay. So next is going to be, if you are getting confused for now, I can remove this better for your before your exam. Okay, so next you are going to have your n value. So this n value is going to be got as p into q. Okay, so girls, I'm going in a flow. Please disturb me if you are not able to understand any step, then I will repeat. Okay, the step number 3 is going to be calculate your phi of your n value. So what is this phi of your n value you are going to be calculating? So this is going to be called as a Euler's quotient function. Okay, so how it is going to be calculated? This phi of n is equal to, suppose n is going to be, okay, so you have got 10 as the value of suppose. Okay, but here p and q should not be equal. Suppose you are going to have 10. Okay, so then what is going to happen? So you are going to be writing all the numbers from your 1 to 10. You are going to be writing all the numbers. So then you are going to be checking out for your 10, how, what are the factors. Okay, so 10 factors are going to be 2 and 5. Okay, do you agree with my point? Yes or no? వింటున్నారా
Yes,
వినట్లేదా?
ma'am.
Okay, so 2 and 5 are going to be. So first iteration, whatever the two factors are going to be, two divisible elements are going to be there, strike off them. Okay, 2 is striked off, 4 is striked off, 6 is strike off, 8 is striked off, and 10 is striked off. Okay, so the next iteration, you are going to be checking the factors of your 5 and you are going to be striking that. Okay, so now 5 is going to be striked off, and in your previous iteration itself, 10 is going to be already striked off. Okay, so here after these 2 and 5, whatever the factors of your 10 are going to be striked off and all. So now how many elements are going to be left over? 1, 3, 7, 9. So these are going to be the 4 elements left over. The number of elements left over in this phi of your 10. So that is going to become the value of your phi of 10. So here phi of 10 is equal to 4. Okay, so this is going to be 4. Okay, so that's what I have written here also. Okay. Next, if the n value is going to be 5, okay. So for your, if your n value is going to be a prime number, we are drawing a one formula, one rule you are going to be drawing. What is that rule you are going to be drawing? So when, if your phi of your 5 is going to be what is your, you need to do as part of your step number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you need to write down. Again, what is the factor of your 5? So 5 itself is going to be the factor. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 are not divisible. So 5 is going to be struck off as it is a divisible. So how many elements are left over? 4. Okay, so if phi of p is equal to P is going to be a prime number, then it is equal to P minus 1, because prime number will always have the number itself is going to be a factor of it, right? So it is going to be P minus 1. So that particular number you are going to be striking off, and how many elements are going to be left out. So those are that is going to be the value of your phi of your prime number. Okay. So got it till here, girls? Till step number 3. Did you understand any doubts still here? అమ్మ వింటున్నారా వినట్లేదా?
No doubts, ma'am.
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెంటనే రెస్పాండ్ అయితే తొందరగా అయిపోతుంది. ఓకే, స్టెప్ నెంబర్ 4. సో స్టెప్ నెంబర్ 4, వాట్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి డూయింగ్? సో యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి సెలెక్టింగ్ E. Okay, so what is that E? E is going to be the public key. Okay, so here I said that it is going to be following asymmetric key cryptography. Okay, so you need to have two keys. One is going to be the public key, other one is going to be the private key. Okay, so here E is going to be considered as a public key on encryption side. Okay, so here what you need to do? So here GCD of E comma phi of n. Okay, so E is going to be, so anytime you are going to be for your encryption side, you are going to be giving key and your plain text, right? But here for your public key evaluation and all, so you are going to be doing a GCD operation. So these steps are defaultly already written. Okay, so just we need to understand how it has been computed. Okay, so there is, okay, so GCD of here E is going to be nothing but the public key on your encryption side. Phi of n you are going to be calculating. So both should be, so once you are going to be calculating the GCD of these both values, it should be equal to 1, or E should be a co-prime to your phi of your n. So what is the co-prime? So the number which has only one factor is going to be called as co-primes. Okay, so that is going to be a step number 4. What you need to do? You need to select one E. So that E is going to be considered as a public key on encryption side. Here GCD of your E comma phi of n is going should be equal to 1, or it should be a co-prime. So both should be co-primes to each other. Okay, so E should be co-prime to phi of n. Okay, so the numbers which are going to be having only one factor are going to be considered as co-primes. Okay, so here now step number 4 is going to be completed. So now let us come to the step number 5. Okay, so what is going to happen in your step number 5? So here as part of your so next you need to find out your D. So this D is going to be a public key on the receiver side. Okay, so D is going to be, okay, so D is going to be public key on your receiver side. So this D is going to be evaluated by e power minus 1 mod of your phi of n, or it is also going to be considered as ED. So that is going to be a congruence modulo, or congruent modulo it is going to be called. So whenever you are having a double line, so it is going to be called as equal to. Whenever you are having a triple line, so that is going to be called as a congruent modulo. Okay, so that is going to be a congruent modulo. So how this congruent modulo is going to be calculated and all? So both sides, whatever the sender side and the receiver side you are going to be having. So this is going to be your receiver side you are going to be having. So the similar you are going to be having the decryption end. So where you are going to be trying to obtain the plain text and also both side, this D side and here encryption sides, reverse side, so that both sides sides, you are going to be applying the modulo operator. How do you apply that modulo operator? So D is in D into, so this E is going to be brought to this side. So this is going to be D into E. So congruent modulo. So what is left here? 1 by E kada, E inverse ante. So 1 by E kabatti E is has come this side, right? So then what is the left over this side onto your right hand side? 1 mod phi of your N is going to be left over. Okay. So D into A mod phi of your N. So that is equal to 1 mod phi of N. So that congruent is going to become equal to, now why it has become equal to? Because this modulus operator, so mod of your phi of N is also applied onto your left hand side, which is going to be equated to the right hand side. So this is how you have obtained the step number 5. Is it clear? 4 and 5 steps are clear. మీరు వాయిస్ తోనే చెప్పండి అమ్మా. Okay, so next is going to be a step number. Step number 6. So what you are going to be doing as part of your step number 6, you are going to be calculating your public key and your private key. So that is going to be your public key, your E comma N, and the private key. Sorry, this is అతను sender will be decrypting by using his own private key కదా. Sorry girls, this is a private key on the receiver side. Okay, so now what is going to happen? So step number 6. So step number 6, what you are going to be doing? So public key and the private key you are going to be calculating. So E comma N and here D comma N you are going to be calculating. Okay, so public key and so the same equations were written here. Okay, so here for your encryption, what you are going to be doing, if you are going to be considering M as the plain text, so M is going to be the message. So then it is going to be less than whatever this N value is going to be there. So then cipher text is going to be generated by whatever the plain text is going to be there, that message power your E. E is going to be nothing but the public key. So whatever the message is going to be there, for that you are going to be applying the receiver side public key, right? So for that mod N operation you are going to be doing, so by which the cipher text is going to be generated. I'm repeating again. So whatever the message is going to be there, so the sender side public key is going to be applied to the message mod by modulus operator. So then you are going to be getting the cipher text C. Okay, for the decryption, what you need to do? So this sender side, so sender side, so whatever the receiver is going to be receiving, so he's going to be receiving the cipher text. So the receiver is going to be opening the message with his private key. So his private key is going to be called as D. Okay, D is going to be the private key on the decryption side. Okay, so that is going to be a step number 6. So step number 7 is going to be whatever the cipher text is going to be there. So you need to find out that. So the same here you can just here P is going to be P or M you can say. Okay, plain text is equal to M పెట్టాను నాన్న. ఓకే. సో సేమ్ ఫార్ములా ఇక్కడ రాసినవే ఇక్కడ రాసారు. స్టెప్ నంబర్ 7 అండ్ హియర్ 8. Okay, so now you are going to be, so this is going to be the algorithm. So now we are going to be seeing the example how it is going to be solved. So as part of your step number, no, so initially you are going to take the p value and the q value, both should be the prime numbers. Then as part of your step number 1, you are going to be calculating p into q, so that is going to be 15. So next you are going to be calculating step number 2, Euler's quotient rule. So that is going to be your phi of your n is equal to p minus 1 into q minus 1. So that is going to be your 2 into 4. So it is going to be 8. So phi of n is equal to 8. Okay. So step number 3, you are going to calculate the GCD on, so this E value is going to be, it's going to be E value, make exam lo, they will be giving you the E value. So you can take any value. So here they have taken the 3. Okay. So 3 comma your phi of n. So phi of n is going to be 8. So 3 comma 8. So that is going to be the GCD needs to be calculated. Okay, so that GCD value should be equal to 1. So that is going to be a step number 3. Okay, step number 4, what you are going to be doing? So you are going to be calculating. So this C is going to be the public key. Public key is going to be a 3. So private key you need to calculate. So how you are going to be calculating? D into E mod phi of n should be equal to 1. Okay, so E value already we know that it is going to be 3. So 3 mod 8. So it's going to be 1. So here as part of these calculations, once you are going to be calculating this value, so you are going to be getting D is equal to 3 value you are going to be getting. So now what is the public key? E value is going to be 3, N value is going to be 15. So this N value is going to be got from your P into Q. Okay. So next private key is going to be your D value. No, that is going to be a 3 comma 15. Okay. So now we are going to be doing the step number 6 and 7. You are going to be doing so encryption procedure. So you are going to be replacing whatever this M is going to be the plain text value. So that plain text value is also given. So that plain text value is going to be given as 4. Okay, so 4 mod. Here E value is going to be 3. Kada? So 4 cube mod N value is going to be nothing but 15. Okay, 4 cube mod 15. Okay, 64 mod 15. So once you solve, so the remainder is going to be 4. So that is going to be your ciphertext value. So that is going to be a C value. Okay, now for decryption. So message is going to be nothing but plain text. Okay, M is going to be for plain text. Okay, C power D mod N. So that is going to be a 4 cube. So 4 is going to be nothing but the ciphertext value. D value from here we have got it as 3. Okay, 4 cube mod 15. So 64 mod 15. So you have got the M is equal to 4. Okay, so this RSA algorithm is very important. Okay. So this is for the another example. So you can go through for this. So like this, we are also having some repeated examples from your previous question papers. I have placed here. So those three, along with the computations we have written, so that you can just go through it. So 5 examples, 6, 7 examples I have given. Okay. So the next algorithm is going to be a Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. Okay, so this Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm is going to be developed by Whitefield Diffie and your Martin Hellman. So these in the year 1976. Okay, so what is the purpose of this algorithm and all? So they want to securely exchange a key. So that is going to be whatever the key is going. If you remember in the initial classes itself, I have said that whatever the message is going to be there, that plain text is converted into the cipher text and it is going to be sent to your sender or receiver, from your sender to the receiver. Okay, but the key which we are going to be sending in your cryptography is going to be sent to a through a secure channel you are going to be sending. Okay, even if that channel is going to be insecure also, we want to protect our key. So this is going going to be the thing which you are going to be addressing here. So this algorithm itself, Diffie-Hellman, is going to be exchanging whatever the secret values are going to be there. He's going to be exchanging and all. So even they are going to be communicated over your insecure channels and all. So then also he's going to be. Okay, so he's going to be sending. Okay, so here this is an interesting example which is going to be done here. Okay, so this picture, if you observe, so what is going to be there? So here you are going to be having an insecure channel. So you are going to be having two colors. One is going to be a green, one is going to be a yellow. Okay, so these values are going to be related to your key. So they are going to be sent to your sender and your receiver. Okay, what they are going to be doing, sender is going to be using a private color red, and he's going to be mixing with the green color, and he's going to be obtaining his own color, own private color he's going to be obtaining. Similarly, this yellow is going to be sent to the receiver, and the receiver is going to be mixing her own private color, and she's going to be obtaining a new private color for the receiver. Okay, so both are going to be combined together. Now they are going to be having single color they are going to be obtaining. So once you mix your red and green, you are going to be getting a brown color. Blue and yellow also mixed together, you are going to be getting a brown color. Okay, so what is going to happen here? So even that hacker is going to be checking out, and he's going to be peeping into this insecure channel communication also. He thinks that the private colors are going to be either green or yellow, but not, but he could not make a guess that it is going to be a brown color. Okay, so that is the main problem here. That is the safe thing which is going to be done as part of your Diffie-Hellman. Even through the insecure channel also, you want to protect the key, whatever the key you are going to be exchanging between the sender and the receiver. Okay, so this Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithms and all. So here you are going to be having your steps are going to be there. So let us solve it mathematically. Okay, so if you are going to be having q as your prime number, okay, and alpha is going to be a primitive root of q. Okay, so that is going to be whatever this q is going to be considered as a prime number. So alpha is going to be nothing but the root of your q. Okay, and whatever this alpha value is going to be there, when it is going to be the root of q, so it should be always less than q, right? So here this is going to be the rule. So here alpha should be always less than your q. Okay, so you are going to be choosing a prime number. So alpha is going to be chosen as a primitive root of your prime number, and you are going to be, how you are going to be computing that prime root, and also by using your mod function, alpha mod q, alpha square mod 2, alpha cube mod 2. So like that you are going to be calculating until your q minus 1 values you are going to be calculating, and for which you are going to be initial one is going to be 1. So next 2, like that up to q minus 1 you are going to be calculating for your this power values. Okay, so alpha power 1, alpha power 2, alpha power 3, alpha power q minus 1. So that like that you are going to be calculating the step number 1. Okay, step number 2, what you are going to be doing, you are going to be generating a key. Okay, so for in order to generate that key, you are going to be taking a XA value. How you are going to be taking this XA value? Whatever the prime number you have chosen q here, so x is going to be less than your q. Okay, so next you are also going to be calculating public key, or that is going to be your YA. Okay, so YA, how it is going to be calculated? Alpha power x a mod q value you are going to be having. Okay, so now this YA is going to be the public key, right? So this YA, Okay, so YA is going to be shared with the user B. So here is going to be your user A, here is going to be your user B. Okay, so this how it is going to be shared. So we are going to be at a time we are going to be checking out how your YA value, that is going to be the public key value, is going to be computed, and your YB is going to be computed on the sender side. On the receiver side, you are going to be calculating. So here what you need to do, so here the private key, it's the same step, ma. Here we it's not clear, so I have placed this screenshot again for the extra information. Okay, so if you prepare from this also enough. Okay, so here lot of step might be confusing, so I just kept whatever the these steps are going to be there. So these are the main steps in order to show that I have used them. So for the elaborated calculation, I have placed this screenshot. Okay, so this private key and also it is going to be considered on the sender side, it is going to be a XA. On the receiver side, private key is going to be a XB. Okay, XA should be less than Q and XB also should be less than Q. What is the Q? Our prime number. Okay, so public key of your public key YA on your sender side. So how it is going to be calculated? YA is equal to alpha power XA mod Q. So this is going to be the value going to be calculated. Whatever this XA value is going to be there, that XA value, alpha value is going to be nothing but the primitive root value mod Q, whatever the value you are going to. So why this calculation, you are going to be getting YA value. So whatever this XA value is going to be there, that is going to be included. Okay, so like this only, similarly YB is equal to alpha power XB. This XB is going to be, it's not X into B, this is XB only. Okay, mod Q. Okay, so now Q key pair is going to be nothing but this XB and your YB is going to be calculated. Okay, next, so user, whatever this user B is going to be, so this user B is going to be nothing but the receiver. Okay, so he's going to be checking out and he's going to be calculating your YB value. So this is going to be the YB value. We are going to be, already I have explained that. Okay, so this is the, here what is going to happen, whatever the key value is going to be got and all. So this side and this side, whatever the key value you are going to be getting, so this key value on your sender side, on the key value on the receiver side, both should be equal. Okay, so once they are going to be equal, so that key value is going to be considered as the secret key you are going to be considering, and that is going to be, you will understand once I compute it mathematically. Okay, so just for now, remember that in your step 3, you are going to be calculating a key. So that key on your sender side and that key on the receiver side, both should be equal. Okay, so that is going to be key on the sender side and key on the receiver side. Both should be equal. Okay, so even the this is going to be nothing but the brown color. So brown color is going to be nothing but the secure color. So this is going to be the secret color of your sender and the receiver. Both upon combining different colors also, different private colors of them also, they have obtained the same color. So that same color is going to be considered as the secret key. Okay, so that's what you want to solve it mathematically also. Okay, so this is step number 4 and 5 are going to be the repeat. Okay. Okay, so Diffie hellman, how we are going to be explaining with an example. Okay, here Q is going to be taken as 17. So alpha is going to be calculated as 3. Okay, so select alpha is the primitive root of your Q. Okay, so here the primitive root, so alpha value, so that is going to be for your q power q 1 and 2 3 4 like that you are going to be calculating with the mods operation. So this mod 17 is going to be nothing with the q value, it is going to be there, right? So after which, so this is going to be a step number 1. Okay, so step number 2, you want the key pair to be derived. Okay, on whatever this sender side you want to derive the key pair of your and public key and your private key both you want to derive, and as part of your receiver side also whatever this value of your private key and the public key you want to derive. Okay, if you observe, so this is going to be xa is going to be 15. Okay, so this is going to be key pair on the sender side is going to be xa comma ya. Okay, xa is going to be how much? 15. Okay, ya is going to be nothing but the formula is going to be nothing but what is the formula? Alpha power xa mod q. Okay, so that alpha power xa mod q, so alpha is going to be nothing but 3. Alpha is going to be 3, right? So 3 power 15. 15 is going to be nothing but xa. Okay, mod 17. You are going to be getting a 6 value. So that key pair is going to be 15 comma 6. Okay. So similarly, you are going to be having this private key is going, public key is going to be there. So yb is going to be there. No, so xb is going to be 13. So xb is going to be 13. Now you want the YB value. YB value is going to be calculated by alpha power. Alpha is going to be 3. Alpha power XB. So that is going to be a 13 mod 17. So once you calculate, the remainder is going to be 12. So that is going to be a public key. Okay. So this how 15 and 16 are going to be obtained and 13 and 12 are going to be obtained. So they are going to be considered as the public key and the private key, public key and the private key on the sender and receiver side respectively. Okay, so till now understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm. Once you pen down, you will be able to understand. Okay. So next step, the step number 3 is going to be what you want. You want a secret key that both are going to be getting the same value. Okay. So how you are going to be generating? So whatever here you have got the secret key, you are going to be getting. So XA, YB and Q. Okay, so XA is going to be the public key. Okay, so XA is going to be the public key. Okay, so public key of the receiver should be known to the sender. So that's what I have said in your asymmetric key cryptography. Whatever the message is going to be there, that is going to be locked with the public key of the receiver. What is the public key of the receiver? So public key of the receiver is going to be YB. YB is going to be nothing but 12. So this is going to be your YB value. Okay. So here 12 is going to be your public key of the receiver. Okay. So 12 power 15. 15 is nothing but the private key of your sender. Okay, so sender is going to be locking up the message with his own private key, and he's also going to be using the public key of the receiver, and he's going to be sending that. So then what is going to be computed? So we are able to decrypt the message. Who is able to decrypt the message? Who needs to? The receiver. Once he receives, he is opening with his own private key and he is going to be decrypting the secret key. Okay, so like you are going to be going to a bank and the bank people are going to be having their own private key, and we are going sorry, bank is going to be using a public key, we are going to have our own private key. Okay, so once you want to open the locker, what the bank people are putting, using the public key of your locker and they are opening, and you are putting your private key, and both together, combined together only you can open. Okay, so like this, once you compute, so it's going to be a 10. So similarly, if you compute on the receiver side also, it's going to be a 10. So how you got this 6 power, 6 is going to be nothing but the public key value of your sender. Okay, so sender power 13, 13 is going to be the private key of your receiver. Okay, it's going to be the same concept, opposite manner. So public key of the sender power private key of the receiver, mod 17. So 70 is going to be nothing but our Q value. Okay, so combined together, you are going to be both sides, you are going to be obtaining a 10 value, that is going to be considered as your secret key. Okay, so other examples also I have placed here because they are all repeated questions. Once you have your solved examples, that will become easy for you to prepare కదా. అందుకే. ఓకే, సో ఇంకా మిగతా ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ కూడా ఉన్నాయమ్మా, చూడండి. ఇది ఎల్గమల్ చెప్పట్లేదు, ఎల్గమల్ ఎగ్జామ్ కి లేదు. ఓకే, ఇన్ యువర్ సెకండ్ యూనిట్ ఎల్గమల్ ఇస్ నాట్ దేర్. ఓకే, డన్.
Ma'am, ma'am, if we get questions based on this, will they also give XA and XB values and alpha values also? Or
Yeah, yes.
okay, ma'am.
I will send you the updated file. Okay, ఇంకా ఇది ట్రిపుల్ డిఎస్. ఓకే, సో ఇది నెసో అకాడమీది నేను యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాను. అది ఏం లేదమ్మా, మల్టిపుల్ ఎన్క్రిప్షన్ అంటే కానీ డిఎస్ ఇస్ నాట్ సేఫ్ కాబట్టి. ఓకే, వీ విల్ ఓపెన్ దట్. అండ్ వన్ మోర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ links is going to be this Chirag's blog is also good, and Sandeep Saradi search is also good rather than other things and all. So ఇది వద్దు, Diffie hellman ఇక్కడ వద్దులే. Diffie hellman you can see in the, from here Chirag's only we have picked up the examples. ఇంకోటి ఏదో చెప్పాలి మీకు. Okay, so one more topic as part of your part number 3, which I did not discuss in the morning class. So this is going to be with respect to your multiple encryption and your triple DES. Okay, so here DES is going to be having certain drawbacks. What are the drawbacks which we are going to be having? DES is going to be key size is going to be 64. Okay, so that 64, you are going to be dropping the parity bits like your 8 table, whatever 8, 16, 24, 32, 32 tarvata 40, 48, 48 tarvata 54, 56, 56, 64, 64 కదా. ఓకే, 8 టేబుల్ ప్యారిటీ బిట్స్ అనేసి తీసేసాము. తీసేసినాక సో వాట్ ఎవర్ దాట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి గెటింగ్ 56 బిట్ సబ్ కీ వస్తుంది. సో యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి గెటింగ్ 56 బిట్స్. ఓకే, సో దాట్ వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపన్ విత్ దిస్ 56 బిట్స్. సో ద బ్రూట్ ఫోర్స్ హూ క్యాన్ కీప్ ఆన్ guessing more than half combinations and all, he can easily attack and he can easily retrieve the key. and all. Okay, so then you are going to be using the EAS algorithm, which is going to be a new algorithm, which is going to have different kinds of variants. 128, 192, and 256 are going to be there. So this other alternative which you are going to be having is multiple encryption with your DES, which is going to be holding multiple keys and all. Okay, so that first thing is going to be your double DES. Okay, so what is this double DES? Nothing but you are going to be doing the double encryption. Okay, so two times encryption you are going to be doing, and two times decryption you need to do. So in order to obtain the plain text from your ciphertext. So in order to convert the plain text into the ciphertext also, two times encryption you are going to be doing with respect to multiple keys. So those are going to be a K1 and K2. Okay. So ciphertext is going to be converted into the plain text. So that is also with respect to the double decryption. So with your K2 and your K1 multiple keys. Okay. So okay, so like this, you are going to be computing and all. So, with respect to your plain text, you are starting and you are going to be converting into the intermediately and all. ఓకే. సో, ట్రిపుల్ డిఎస్ అంటే గనుక 3 టైమ్స్ చేస్తాం కాబట్టి, సో దెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి కన్సిడర్డ్ యాస్ ట్రిపుల్ డిఎస్. అండ్ వన్ థింగ్ యూ నీడ్ టు నోటీస్ వాటెవర్ one kind of encryption, whatever you are going to be doing, that is going to be done in the same key, and whatever the decryption is going to be done, that is going to be done with a different key. And that plain text, whatever the ciphertext you are going to be getting, you are decrypting with another key, and you are going to be again encrypting with the same key, so that you are going to be getting a ciphertext. The reverse process is going to be used in order to gain the plain text from your ciphertext. So first you are going to be doing the decryption with your K1. So then you are going to be encrypting with your K2. Then you are going to be decrypting with your K1, and you are going to be obtaining the plain text. So as you are going to be using different keys for, and you are going to be using encryption and decryption process as part of your encryption, as part of your decryption also you are going to be using decryption and encryption. So only triple ds is going to be considered as more secure than your ds algorithm. Okay, so this completes your total syllabus. I think all the materials are already shared. Okay, sorry girls to bother you in the last minute, because we were also busy, and we are not allowed to take we could not get extra class.